the 부석순
Three guys wearing jeans and like doing like 짠, like cheers with their
청바지.
beer glasses. That does not even look like beer glasses. I'm sorry. I cannot draw, but yeah, they're doing 청바지.
청바지.
Cheers. Yeah.
It's so easy to remember.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to have to
right.
do this next time I go for a little drink. All right, so great drawings, ladies.
Thanks.
Gina, do you want to get us started on our lesson for
Of
today?
course. So let's begin with the first part of the lyrics.
Mhm.
It goes, 에라 모르겠다. Everyday 사춘기야. 우린 젊기에 해 뜨는 날이 오겠지. Ooh. So
Oh.
you see the word 사춘기.
사춘기.
사춘기. So it basically means your puberty. Mostly early teenager
Yes.
age. 사춘기. Are you familiar with this word?
There's that really
사춘기.
famous group or artist called 볼빨간 사춘기.
Exactly.
볼빨간
Yeah,
사춘기.
볼빨간 사춘기. So while 볼빨간 사춘기 gives off a cute vibes, I would say, but actually it has this rebellious vibes when you think of the actual 사춘기.
Yes. I think puberty, it conjures images of, growing, like physically you grow so much. You're becoming a proper adult, but that rebellion is another trademark, I think, of puberty. Were you guys rebellious in your teenage years?
Yes. I think I was. Yeah.
Really? I
Yeah.
can't imagine it.
Really?
How so?
Because I was always a good student, I would say, but that period we also have the word 중이병 in Korean.
Yes, I've heard this one a lot.
중이, yeah,
중이.
referring to maybe 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds.
So 중이 is the second year of middle school.
Yeah, and that's the peak of your puberty. Like you're the most rebellious period in your life. And yeah, I don't know. I had these weird emotions and I didn't want to focus on my studies. So maybe that was, part of the reason. Yeah.
Yeah,
What about you,
imagine,
Taya?
though.
I know, isn't it?
Really?
Gina seems so calm and such a good girl, so well put together.
Oh, my mom shouldn't hear this.
What about you, Taya?
I feel like I've always been the same, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm still in puberty. I don't know. You know what?
Every
My
day
mom always watches
사춘기야.
these, so like you should ask my mom. If you're watching, just tell Sujung in the comments what I was like, because I honestly I don't really know. Like I feel like I have to ask my mom.
I mean, yeah, it's always the people giving grief that never remember, right? So yes,
I don't think
Taya's
I was,
mom,
like-
do leave a comment for us, or you can email me culturecrunch@gmail.com if you want to write me long stories about how Taya was in her teenage years.
I love the word 중이병 though. I do.
I
use
know,
that
it's
with
so
my
fun.
with my friends too. Like whenever they're like acting immature, we're like 중이병.
중이병.
But I heard it's getting earlier and earlier these days. Like when countries and societies, I cannot speak, societies are better off and we're getting better nutrition. Puberty comes earlier and earlier. So my nephew actually just started middle school last year and he used to be the chattiest little boy ever. He could talk for hours and suddenly he goes to middle school and
He changes.
one word answers.
Oh, yeah.
What's happening in middle?
Hey, how was your day? Good.
Yeah, you don't want to talk anymore, right?
Are your studies going well?
Oh,
That's literally it.
Well, I mean, speaking of which, what I remember clearly for this is that going through puberty, I hated this word puberty. Yeah, especially when all the cousins come together.
Right.
They would say, "Oh, like why isn't she talking anymore?" Oh, maybe because she's going through puberty, and I hated that word because you are shy and you don't want to be defined by others.
Right.
Yeah.
And you want to be
this word.
different.
Yeah.
I know. Okay. So 사춘기 is a fun word. Maybe because we're on the other side of it
Yes.
now. For people still going through it, or perhaps parents with kids who are coming up to this period in their kids' lives. Good luck.
Yeah.
If they're in
All right.
second
I
year
also
of
want
middle
to
school.
touch on era. That's a fun one too.
Era is a good
Era
one.
모르겠다.
Era, yeah. So it's an exclamation used when giving up or feeling resigned. So you don't usually use it alone. You don't just go era, period.
Mm.
But
I've
you
never
use
heard
it
that like
with
alone.
yeah. So
Right.
you're like "에라 모르겠다," like you just have mentioned. So it goes
It's
together.
kind of like
Just a phrase.
whatever.
yeah, whatever. Screw it.
I don't care.
Yeah, the first
That's
time I
fun.
ever heard that was in the Big Bang song.
Yeah, that's the famous
yes.
one.
But before that, I've never heard of it.
"에라
Mm.
모르겠다."
But yeah, you don't see era just alone.
Whatever.
That's true.
Just whatever.
Shout out to Soyeon who says, my son is in Sachungi right now.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
sometimes when I yell at him, he shows tears. I feel kind of sorry for him.
Aw.
Yes, kids are the joy of our lives and also the most annoying sometimes. I get you, Soyeon. I get you. All right, let's move on to the next phrase.
All right. Let's look at it. 맘대로 해 아무렴 어때 어머니 잔소리 딱 하나 빼고 걱정을 왜 벌써 하니 행복은 부석순 우리는 청바지라네.
Ah.
So we've
Clever.
already went through 청바지. So
Mhm.
let's focus on 아무렴 and
아무렴.
잔소리.
아무렴.
아무렴.
I feel like
That's a
that's the
funny one.
first time I've seen Korean use like the character 렴.
렴.
Like you don't really use it a lot, do you?
We don't.
Yeah.
So 아무렴 is short for 아무려면, which means no matter what. Of
Okay.
course. 아무렴 어때?
려면.
려면.
So it's
So it's like combined.
a combined
Yeah,
of
려면.
려면.
Come together. 렴.
렴.
아무렴.
That's like hard to pronounce probably
It
for a lot of
is.
people. 렴.
Yeah, so you
렴.
probably only hear it words like 폐렴.
Ah,
Yeah,
pneumonia.
pneumonia.
Mhm.
Yes,
Which we should
아무렴.
stay away from.
Yep. Yeah. So-
Indeed. I feel like there's like a pansori song
판소리.
with 아무렴.
Oh,
in
how do
it
you
as
know
well.
판소리?
I'm not that familiar with it, but I just, I've been learning this year and last year.
Oh,
so.
wow. Well, you were good at it.
All right, let's move on. So
Yes,
아무렴.
아무렴. And
아무렴면.
remember 잔소리?
잔소리.
You would know this song if you're a big fan of K-pop. 잔소리. There
know
was
this
this
one,
famous
Taya?
song by IU.
IU and from the 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
수롱. I think.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's the same.
That
So
was a fun
잔소리
one.
is basically nagging. Nagging.
Nagging.
Are you guys naggers? Do you guys, or were you nagged a lot by your parents during 사춘기, during your puberty?
During 사춘기 for sure, but not
Mhm.
anymore.
Not anymore?
Yeah, and I don't nag anybody, and I don't get nagged as well because I feel like humans would do whatever they want to do, and that's the happiest
Yeah.
way they can be.
That's
So
true.
nagging is pretty meaningless. I feel like.
What about
That's
you,
a good way
Taya?
to look at it.
Mm.
I feel like, well, not during 사춘기, but I feel like now sometimes, I feel like the nagging that like affects you the most is the one that you know is like true. Like I know I should go sleep earlier. Like my mom loves to
Oh.
like whenever she sees me awake at like 5 a.m. She's like, "Why are you awake at 5 a.m.? You need to sleep, otherwise you're gonna get old soon and you're gonna get wrinkles and whatever." And like, yeah, I know.
그래서 찔릴 때,
Yeah.
when you know it's true, when
Yeah.
you're like, I know I should
be
listen.
sleeping.
That's
It's
when
okay.
nagging is, should we say, the most effective? Possibly ineffective, depending on whether you're a
Yeah.
청개구리 or not.
Just, I feel like that's when you get the most defensive.
Defensive, yes.
Yeah. When you like know you should. When you know
Indeed.
it's true.
Mm.
Yeah. For me, nagging me is very counterintuitive because I'm like, I might not look it, but I'm the biggest 청개구리 there is. Like when I get told to do something,
yeah.
you know when you're
do it
about to do
anymore.
something,
Yeah.
and then someone tells you to do it, and you're like, no.
You don't want to do
I'm
it
not gonna do it.
anymore.
Yeah,
I don't wanna
that's
do it.
what I mean
Oh.
too. When you're like, yeah, I know, I was gonna do it anyways. You don't need to tell me.
We're
So
all just
maybe
the
it is,
same, you know,
Yeah.
even in our 20s and
Yeah.
30s.
Counterproductive, maybe. Yeah.
All right, so 잔소리.
잔소리.
That's a fun one as well.
Mhm.
And then I like the last line that we looked at. It sort of ties the whole song together.
Mhm.
행복은 부석순,
Oh.
우리는 청바지라네.
Yeah. So 부석순, which is this unit's team name, but it
Mhm.
has another meaning coming up. So it's a play on the phrase 행복은 성적순이 아니다. Growing up in
Ah.
Korea, you might hear this a lot. 행복은 성적순이 아니다, because we Koreans are all about academics and studying. We're so obsessed with the rankings in school.
Right.
So normally people who are against it would say 행복은 성적순이 아니다. So happiness is not determined by grades. Life is not only about grades.
Right.
Yeah. So they're referring to 성적순 and being replaced with 부석순, a sort of wordplay, which is clever.
Oh, that's fun.
is not actually like a word that means
Not
anything.
word.
It's just,
Yeah,
okay.
it's just
They're just saying 행복은, like happiness, is 부석순.
yeah, because
Like that
rhymes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, smart.
Very fun indeed. Oh, I'm getting lots and lots of comments about nagging. Clearly, it's
From my mom too.
It pushes buttons. I can't see Taya's mom, but Bo Simon says my Filipino mom nags and complains at me. Not as much now. I think mums realize at some point that it's just not effective. Like you're not going to listen anyway, so they kind of give up at one point. But it sounds like Bo Simon's mum is not quite there yet. Shout out to Steve as well. Faz says, Sujang, you really dislike being told what to do. I really do.
Because you already know what you're doing, maybe.
Well, I shouldn't I?
Do we ever actually know what we're doing, though?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we ever get to that point.
I feel like growing up is just about realizing that no one actually knows what they're doing. Even if they're like 70, they still don't know. We're just winging everything, kind of. Yeah.
I totally agree. All right, let's move on to the next set of lyrics.
여보세요, 나의 맘에 청춘을 가득히 따라주시오. 한 잔 하세, 바로 지금을 담아. Very much literature-like.
Yes.
So let's look at the word 청춘 and 한 잔. So 청춘 means basically youth, and it refers to the prime time of our lives. So typically late teens to 20s, 30s. Yeah, 청춘.
So Gen Z right now, we're in our 청춘.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Did you know that the new generation just started actually this year? Like the babies that are born this year are not
What are they
Gen
called?
Alpha anymore. It's like Generation Beta, I think.
Oh. So we're just going through the whole alphabet. Is that how it works?
That's what we're doing.
But to be honest, I feel like your prime time is not necessarily like your teens or 20s. I feel like a lot of people have always told me like the 30s are always like the best time in their lives.
I am on the last day of my 30s, actually.
I don't believe that. Oh my God.
And I agree. I mean, I don't know what the 40s are going to bring, but 20s is kind of like when you're still discovering who you are as an adult. And your brain, especially for men, it doesn't like fully form until about 25, I believe. So your 20s can be a little tumultuous. Still lots of nagging from parents.
I think at 30-ish, you start to have your life together a bit. Like you kind of know what you're doing now. And you're not like, I feel like in your 20s, it's all about like figuring out where you're going and having no idea what you're even doing and having no money. And I feel like in your 30s, like you probably have a bit of money maybe now, and like you kind of know what you're doing and everything's a bit more chill. You're not like as like anxious about the future anymore, I would hope, right?
I mean, I agree. And what I really like about, growing older is that you get to know more about yourself. So what you like and what you don't like. So your life gets easier and you know how to find your own happiness. So yeah, in my 20s, I thought it's going to be my best time of my life, but I just turned 30 and I can't, wait to see what's coming.
It's a fun decade.
Yeah.
And I think also you talked about figuring out your likes and dislikes, but I definitely learned how to say no. I'm still not very good at it, but also like creating boundaries for yourself, whether that be in relationships, whether that be in your career. I think that's a really important life skill that you sort of start to hone in your 30s and you like stop caring so much, especially about what other people think, which was
20s is just all about figuring it out.
Yes. And speaking of 청춘, there's a famous saying, 아프니까 청춘이다. This is very famous.
So it's you because of the pain, you're still in your youth. Is that the message?
Yeah. I mean, it goes hand in hand with what we just talked about. And these days, the term 청춘 doesn't always carry such a bright image in Korea.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the young people these days are going through some
Yeah.
tough times.
They're having it
That's
hard.
why. So it's kind of a consolation, I would say. So
Mm.
when you're young, it's okay to be, it's okay to be not okay. I would
Right.
say.
Yes. It's all right to be still
Yeah.
figuring things out. It's normal. Like there's no manual in life, right?
Right.
That's why you need a song like this to cheer you up.
Exactly. So Taya, you're in your late 20s now, right?
I'm 27. Yeah.
27. Okay. So I feel like you're getting to that point where you're figuring things out slowly.
Yeah, I
Would you say
feel like
that's true?
30 is gonna be like my peak.
Mm.
Yeah, like I'm excited to be like 30. I feel like I'm gonna have shit figured out by then.
Oh, yes. We're going to have things figured out by then.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're going through pain, you're going through struggles, maybe you can change your mindset and think how you're still in your youth. Emotions are so much stronger then, and you care so much, and perhaps that ties in with some of your struggles as well. So stay strong, everyone.
Oh.
All right, I think we have one last phrase to look at in our K-pop decoded song.
All right.
한잔.
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 So if you're ever gonna visit Korea, this is the word you have to remember. 한잔. So can mean any drink, like one drink, like coffee, water, or soju. I would say even
So like 한잔,
한잔,
두잔.
one glass, one
커피
glass.
한 잔. 소주 한 잔.
Right. But if it's not specified, 한잔 하자. 99% it's let's have a drink.
Like an alcoholic drink.
Yeah, alcoholic drink.
Okay.
So 한잔 literally it means just one glass, but culturally it has a meaning of one drink of alcohol, but not necessarily one drink. 밥 한 번 먹자 means not only one time of having lunch or dinner together, but making it lighter. Let's grab something.
Okay.
So you can understand it in that way. Yes.
And what you were saying, it doesn't
not necessarily
9
one
times
glass.
out of 10 it doesn't end with just one glass, right?
Of course.
In the
Especially
lyrics,
at Korean hwajiks.
in the lyrics it says 한잔 하세. Though, like 하세요? Is that what they're trying to say? Or like 할래?
It's more about let us. Let's.
Like let's have one drink.
Like suggesting.
하세, like 하자.
하자.
Is it a bit more formal than 하자?
I would say like older generation would use it, make it sound more familiar, like and friendly. 한잔 하세.
한잔 하세.
But
interesting because
Gen Z wouldn't use this.
Yeah,
I don't think I've
it
heard.
immediately brings to mind like my uncles
would say this. Yeah, to sound friendly.
I don't think I've ever heard someone say it like that.
Yeah,
한잔 하세.
because you're
한잔 하세.
27.
Yeah.
Okay, but to your friends you'd say 한잔 하자 or 한잔 할래? 한잔 더 해. One more drink?
Do you say that a lot?
Maybe.
한잔 콜.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a good one too.
Yes. Call doesn't directly mean call in English, but
like
it's like an
deal.
agreement. Yes, deal.
Like you, me, 한잔 콜.
Oh, very
Let's
good.
go.
Very Gen Z.
I feel like we often just say like 굿.
Good.
Like good.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, we use that too.
Yes.
오늘 굿.
Like Koreans like to shorten things as much as they can, right?
Yes.
So 콜? Question mark? 콜. Full stop. Or exclamation mark sometimes.
Like yes.
Exactly. All right. Yes, Faz. One glass is not equal to just one glass. Indeed. All right. So we looked at lots of fun phrases today. And let's just summarize quickly. We had 사춘기, puberty, 아무렴, of course. We had 잔소리, which is nagging. We had 청춘, which is youth. And 한잔, one glass, when we're talking literally, but also in the general sense, would you like to go for a drink or have another drink? Indeed. And when you have that drink, you can also say 청바지,
Yeah.
which we learned today as well, which is the
Oh.
title of our song. All right, so which phrase do you think will be most useful in real life, guys?
Absolutely 한잔.
Yeah.
No hesitation there
pick.
whatsoever.
한잔.
No hesitation. I think they're all very useful though. Like all of them are very like used a lot. My favorite though personally is 중이병.
중이병.
I just think it's so cute how they kind of like
Yeah.
add like 병 like disease
Right.
to a lot of things too. There's also like
yeah.
예술병.
And
like-
직업병.
Yeah, like
So
I mean,
like
artist
occupational
disease,
hazards.
like you know
Mhm.
when you have to make everything like super artistic and like whatever you say like
Exactly.
yeah.
Maybe because this song came out recently, they have really trendy words.
So 청춘 is like a really trendy word
Yeah.
right now too, right?
청춘.
All the songs seem to be about making most of your youth these days,
Yeah.
which we will do as well. We will try
Yep.
to do. All right, let's move on to our listener request song. Do you know
Alright.
which song is it this week?
So I picked 악동 musicians Fry's Dream.
Fry's
Dream.
후라이.
It's such a cute name.
Yeah.
I was so confused when I heard that for the first time. 'cause
Yeah. I had to look
후라이,
up the
that's-
lyrics.
후라이의 꿈.
That's like fried, like, you know, fried tofu or fried something,
Yeah.
right? Like, I'm so confused. Like, what do you mean?
So
Fry's Dream?
Fry's. So while primetime encourages youth, this song I would say comforts them. It's okay to be slow. It's okay to be, you know, by step by step. You don't have to be all about, you know, achieving things. You can relax.
So if I understand correctly, the furai, the fried thing being talked about in the song is a fried egg.
Oh, fried egg.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we say keran furai, which means a fried egg, like sunny side up. But I love, just before we get into our requested phrases, I love the chorus lyrics. It goes, 난 차라리 흘러갈래. 난 차라리 꽉 눌러붙을래. So, Gina, if you want to explain the song for us and the phrases and what they mean.
Yeah. So we have two expressions, 재촉하다 and 나른하다 in this song. 재촉하다 means to urge someone, to rush someone. Because
빨리.
yeah, 빨리, you should do something, you should maybe achieve something, you should get married. But you know, it's not okay to urge someone, and you can just be 나른하다, drowsy. You can relax and chill. So yeah, sometimes it's good to just, you know, step back and, you know, feel comforted. So yeah, it describes feeling of being drained or sluggish.
Sluggish.
So
Yes.
나른하다 is
나른하다.
sluggish. It can mean drowsy, depending on the context. So going back to those lyrics, then I imagine, you know when you're really quickly trying to fry an egg, and you're like, oh,
You'll
hurry
mess
up,
it,
and the white part is overcooking, and the yellow part not as much. So you get stressed. I get
Yes.
stressed when I cook. I'm not a very
Oh.
good cook. Maybe that's why. But I imagine the egg saying, no, don't rush me. I'm going to do things at my own pace. 난 차라리 그냥 흘러갈래. 난 차라리 꽉 눌러붙을래.
Oh yeah.
Is
I
that
wanna
what
be-
they're referring to? Is that what they're referring to, like in the song?
I mean, they personified the fried egg, but I mean,
That's
I
so
think
cute.
it's just a message about,
Yes.
you know, the words we looked at. 날 재촉하지 마. Don't rush me. I'm going to do things at my own pace. 난 나른하고 싶다.
Because when you do like cook things like too urgently, like they're like not done in the middle yet, and you know, is that kind of like the metaphor here?
They are all
Okay, I
being
get
very
it.
serious about it.
This is a very philosophical song.
Yeah.
Thinking
Well, I
about
think
it.
that's so clever that they like
It's
thought
so
of that. Like,
clever.
Yeah,
I mean,
makes
it's something
sense.
only really Agnew could get away with, right? I do love their lyrics and the ideas that they come up with. And I think it actually ties in really nicely with the phrases that we learned in prime time, like nagging.
Oh.
Can you say, 나 잔소리 좀 하지 마, 나 재촉 좀 하지 마.
Oh, we say that all
Please
the time.
don't nag me, don't rush me.
Leave me alone.
Very, very fun.
나른하다. Always
Indeed.
나른해요 in the morning.
나른.
Oh.
Bo Simon says, just wake up earlier to have time to cook, Sophia.
And
we like to sleep.
That will be my New Year's resolution, it seems.
And I mean, speaking of feeling drowsy, sometimes you feel drowsy in the afternoon, and we use the word 식곤증.
식곤증.
Yeah.
Is that not like food coma?
Food coma.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I get that every day.
That's
Yeah. I mean,
Me.
especially when you eat something made with flour, like tteokbokki, it'll make you feel more sleepy, tired, drowsy.
나른 하다.
식곤증.
Just me whenever I like eat a lot. I need like
Yes.
to recover.
Yeah.
So we learned 재촉하다, to urge or to rush someone. 나른하다, drowsy, relaxed, chill. Okay, so let's have a listen to our song request. This is 후라이의 꿈, Fry's Dream by Angmu.
저 거위도 벽을 넘어 하늘을 나를 거라고 달팽이도 넓고 거친 바다 끝에 꿈을 둔다고 나도 꿈을 말고 꿈을 찾으래 어서 남의 꿈을 빌려 꾸기라도 해 내게 강요하지 말아요 이건 내 길이 아닌걸 밀지 말아요 너의 구겨진 꿈을 난 차라리 흘러갈래 모두 높은 곳으로 걸어볼 때 난 내 물결을 따라 Fall so long for your love away 난 차라리 웬물러붙을래 날 재촉한다면 따뜻한 바 위에 누워줘라 Can I fly fly 같이 나를 먹여 Fly 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 고래도 사랑을 찾아 파도를 가를 거라고 다 못해 내 모두 꿈을 꾸는데 아무도 꿈이 없는 자에게 기회를 주지 않아 하긴 무슨 기회가 어울릴지도 모를 거야 무시 말아줘요 하고 싶은 게 없는 걸 왜 그렇게 반한 죄 지은 게 아닌데 난 차라리 흘러갈래 모두 높은 곳으로 걸어볼 때 난 내 물결을 따라 Fall so long for your love away 난 차라리 웬물러붙을래 날 재촉한다면 따뜻한 바 위에 누워줘라 Can I fly fly 같이 fly fly 같이 살에 갇힌 듯한 똑같은 꿈 남이 듣고 껍질을 깨고 오지고 싶어 난 차라리 굴러갈래 끝은 안 보여 뒤에 손등 떠미는데 난 내 물결을 따라 Fall so long for your love away 차라리 웬물러붙을래 날 재촉한다면 꿈이나 난 없이 퍼져 있는 Can I fly fly 같이 나른하게
That was 후라이의 꿈, Fry's Dream by Angmu. Your pictures are very similar, ladies. They're very, very cute indeed. During the song break, Gina was very, very satisfied with her own drawing.
I was very happy with my drawing.
Yes, the fried egg, very simple once again.
Yeah.
Clearly, the egg is in dreamland.
Yeah.
And Taya's drawing. Wow, your egg is singing.
My egg has dreams.
I love it.
My egg is dreaming of being an artist, a singer. It's
Yeah.
singing
I
as
love it.
here.
In the frying pan.
Yes,
Absolutely love
yeah,
it.
it was really fun. Yeah, and I want to recommend K-pop songs that's related to today's theme, which is a song for a friend's birthday.
It's someone's birthday today.
I guess.
Oh, thanks.
Should we sing first of all?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sujang. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, guys.
We have the cutest
Thank
cake
you.
here.
I love you
See?
all.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I
I want
love
camera
it.
to see this too.
But don't
Is
drop
that my
it.
face?
Yeah.
Is that my
Aw, they're
face?
sweet.
Wow. Oh,
It's for
thank you so
you.
much. Oh,
Happy birthday.
over
thank you
there.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wow.
It's so pretty.
It's
That
one
is
of the
so cool.
prettiest
Wow.
happy birthday cake I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I'm scared it's
Thank
gonna
you
drop.
so
No,
much,
make sure you don't
team. Yeah, I'll
drop.
catch it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. That's
Happy
me.
birthday. That
Aw, thank
face.
you so much.
So your birthday is tomorrow?
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you have any special plans for that?
Well, I'm going on a hokkangsu tomorrow. Actually, we talked about that a couple of weeks ago. Actually, yeah. So I'll just be
Wow.
spending
With
it
your
with my family. Yeah.
Oh, the best plan.
It's gonna be a Narenhan weekend.
Oh.
Hopefully,
Oh,
A birthday
a relaxed
trip.
weekend.
it's gonna be very
Cute.
zen.
I hope so. I hope so.
Mm.
So that's why the theme for today
that matches.
was. So the theme was songs you'd like to dedicate to a friend on their birthday.
Mhm.
So these are dedicated to me, right?
Yeah, it's for
Aw.
you.
Thank you so much, guys. All right. So which songs did you bring today?
All right, so I chose Susie's Winter's Child. Yeah,
Oh.
and I personally loved this K drama in my
Mm.
puberty.
Yes. Such a
Yeah,
good
because Dream High, this drama was all about literally dreaming high and dream
Mm.
bigger as an high schooler, middle
Right,
schooler,
right.
and it's very hopeful, and it
Mhm.
makes you feel like you can achieve anything, you can do anything.
Aw.
And this song was one of my favorites, and this is still winter, and you
Mhm.
are a 겨울아이.
A winter child. I
Yeah.
She thought a lot about
Yeah,
it.
so I love the lyrics, and
Aw.
when I listen to this song, even though I'm 여름아이, I still feel like I'm being celebrated. So I picked this song.
I love
I
it.
actually
Thank you,
don't remember
Gina.
this song. I love the drama. But dream high.
Oh,
And
I
what
love
about your
these
song?
connected themes today about
Yeah,
you. I
I
love
picked
it.
a bit of a newer one. It's NCTU's Make a Wish. Make a Wish.
Mm.
Ooh.
As
Birthday song,
usual,
yeah.
two very different songs from our two ladies.
So that we have a bit of variety. Yeah.
Oh, I want to listen to both.
Yeah, you should.
But we can only play one song as our closing song for today. So, as usual, we're going to put it to a studio staff vote. Number 1 for Gina's pick of Winter Child, and number 2 for Make a Wish birthday song of NCT. I'm seeing mostly ones, I think. All right. So, thank you so much,
Happy
ladies.
birthday.
Thank you. I am going to be in my 40s starting tomorrow, but I still think I'm in my youth.
You
I
are.
still think, there's so
청바지?
much more. Yes,
Yeah.
청바지.
40s are the new
Still-
30s.
Exactly. Still so much to achieve, still so much to dream. I'm still going to be dreaming high in the next decade. But thank you so much, ladies. And thank you to all our listeners who have left lovely birthday comments for me as well. All right. So closing out our show for today is Suji with Winter Child. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another episode of Culture Crunch at 11 a.m. Bye.
겨울에 태어나 아름다운 당신은 눈처럼 깨끗한 나만의 당신 겨울에 태어나 자랑스러운 당신은 눈처럼 맑은 나만의 당신 하지만 봄, 여름과 가을, 겨울 언제나 맑고 깨끗해 겨울에 태어난 아름다운 당신은 눈처럼 깨끗한 나만의 당신 하지만 봄, 여름과 가을, 겨울 언제나 맑고 깨끗해 겨울에 태어난 아름다운 당신은 난처럼 깨끗한 나만의 당신 생일 축하합니다 생일 축하합니다 오 생일 축하합니다 당신의 생일을 Happy birthday to you 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 Happy birthday to you
One exclusive. It's here it is. Two. Now check this out. Okay, fellas. Three. 11. Go.
arirang radio
Welcome to Arirang News. This is Cha Yong-kyung, and we start with our top headlines at this hour. President Yoon Suk-yeol's impeachment trial unfolded with intense political overtones as the Constitutional Court proceeded without the leader at the second hearing on Thursday. The National Assembly's panel presented 5 grounds for impeachment, declaring there was no basis or conditions that made it necessary for a martial law decree, which can only be triggered by the president in times of national crisis such as war or those akin to war. The panel also said Yoon violated the procedure of declaring the decree by not having properly attained and documented cabinet approval. They also claimed Yoon tried to paralyze the functions of parliament by aiming to prevent a motion to lift martial law, as well as block political activities, gatherings, and press freedom. The assembly side further said Yoon tried to undermine the independence of the National Election Commission and tried to detain judicial figures. The second hearing took place without the president, as the leader was arrested and taken in for questioning on Wednesday. Under the Constitutional Court Act, the judicial bench is able to hold trial hearings without the respondent if they are absent for the second time. The court denied Yoon's request to delay Thursday's session, saying that his 48-hour detainment didn't justify rescheduling. During the hearing, the bench decided to add 3 full days of trial hearings until February 13th. It originally set 5 afternoon sessions until February 4th, which Yoon's defense objected to. In the meantime, President Yoon stays put in the Seoul Detention Center after refusing to testify on Thursday. According to his legal team, he won't show up for Friday's questioning either. President Yoon Suk-yeol continues to refuse investigative procedures. The Corruption Investigation Office for high-ranking officials notified Yoon to attend questioning at 10 a.m. on Friday, but Yoon did not comply. Since his arrest on Wednesday, Yoon has remained silent. During his initial 10-hour interrogation, he declined to answer questions, verify his testimony, or sign documents. On Thursday, he delayed a second round of questioning due to health concerns and ultimately skipped the rescheduled session. The president has consistently argued that the investigation by the CIO is illegal, but legal experts disagree. Officials are considering stronger measures such as forcibly escorting Yoon to questioning or conducting an on-site interview. Switching gears, the global economy is expected to grow by 2.7% in 2025 and again in 2026. That's according to the World Bank's World Economic Prospects report released on Thursday. It added that while the global economy steps, the economies of developing countries are expected to make a slow progress in catching up with the advanced economies. Among the advanced economies, the U.S. is expected to grow 2.3% this year, while Japan is forecast to grow just 1.2%. China is expected to see growth of 4.5% this year. Lastly, Korea Hydro and Nuclear Power and Korea Electric Power Corporation have resolved their intellectual property dispute with U.S.-based Westinghouse. The agreement, announced Friday, ends the legal dispute and paves the way for stronger cooperation in the global nuclear energy market. With KHNP, the preferred bidder for a nuclear power project in the Czech Republic, the deal is expected to boost their chances of securing the project. KHNP said it aims to strengthen its position in the global market by forming a new strategic relationship with Westinghouse. Moving to weather forecast. Frigid air continues in central regions. Gangwon-do province is seeing lows below -10 to even -15 degrees Celsius. Icy roads out there for central regions and Jeollabuk-do province. Please drive and walk with care. However, afternoon highs will rise rapidly to way above norms. Temperatures will go up further over the weekend, so we should be having the coldest time of the year, but temperatures have been rather generous and should stay above norms through next week and likely into the Seollal holiday. The current temperatures are 1 degree in Seoul, 4 degrees in Gwangju, 9 degrees in Busan, and 4 degrees on Jeju-do Island. You're listening to arirang Radio.
arirang Radio.
Arirang Radio.
The time is 12 p.m.
K-Poppin' with DJ Zach starts now.